Hello, class. We want you to design the side view or profile view of a race car. This will be your gravity racer. Gravity racer as in gravity is going to pull it down the hill. It is kind of like an all-American soapbox derby car, which has the international event in Ohio where people build big racers and they take them down a big hill. But we're going to start small so we can explore some ideas with motion. You're in Google Drive. Go to New, More, and then Google Drawings. We want to use this to draw our profile. First, we need you to start with this little rectangle. So click on Shapes, the Shape tool. Click on Shapes, grab Rectangle, and kind of in the middle anywhere. It doesn't really matter much. Draw a box. Now we want that box to be transparent, not be blue. So come up here to the paint can, to the fill color, and make it transparent. We also want that box to be a certain size. This box is to help us line up your profile with the in-between stuff, the in-between, the inside of the car. So we need to come up here to, I need to use the three dots to get more tools here. You might already see it, but we want format options. You see it pops up a bunch of stuff over here. Size and rotation. We want this box to be 5.5 by 0.75. Now you can always pause this video if we're going too fast for you. So there is our box that we want. I'm going to close the format options to get a bigger screen here. You can always get a bigger screen by going to the view and zoom, or just here where it says fit, you can make it a little bit bigger like that. Now we want to use the line tool, but I want you to use the curve tool, because curves, you kind of want not a pointy car, you kind of want a rounded car, right? So curve tool. Now you're going to be able to adjust this after you make it, but around this box we want you to design the profile, the side view of your car. And the bottom of your cars are usually flat and straight, right? Yeah, so do that. So I'm just going to start here, and I'm going to just, as I move my cursor, I'm going to click and then keep moving the cursor and click and click and click and click. And the more clicks I get, the more points I get to adjust. So here's one. I'm going to move it, point, click, 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 click. You kind of need to stop when you want to, click, right? Click, click. Here I'm coming up. I'm click, click. See how we're getting some nice rounded kind of things. And then I want to come all the way back across here. And that's okay if it points out, because I can adjust this later. Click, and it closed my shape. So I made my last point on top of my first point. Obviously we want this transparent, so come up to fill color again, click on transparent, and now let's grab our pointer tool, our select tool, and so we've got the box selected, the profile selected. Double click on that. See all the points that show up? That's all the clicks we did. So now we can grab them and move them and adjust them as we want to change the look of our car. So if I wanted this to do something, I could go like that, right? We can do whatever we kind of want. Maybe I wanted this to be up here a little bit more, kind of like, maybe like a windshield, right? Okay, maybe that'd be like the windshield for the person sitting in here, okay? So you can adjust however you want. Then we click off. Now our final, we have two other things. I kind of did one on purpose. We want the bottom of our profile to be kind of close to the bottom of this rectangle. Doesn't have to be exactly on it, but it's got to be near there. So if your line is not, let's make sure. Let's say that this was like I did it there. Well, that would be bad. I would just have to move it down, kind of thing, right? Being around like there, right? Okay. Now the final thing, we have some dimension constraints. We don't want this to be too big. So we're clicked on our profile. We will go to Format Options again, and we're going to say we don't want it to be longer than 7. So I'm at 6.65, and oh, did we say 2 or 2.5? I can't remember. If we said 2.5 for the height, I'm good right here. But if we said 2, I'm going to have to change that to 2. Now, here's the thing. If I change that to 2, it just shrunk the height of my profile. It did not change the length at all, which is okay. Still looks pretty good, right? But I got to move it back so that rectangle is inside the bottom. Now, if you want your width and your height to change in the same proportion, you have to, let's go back to, let's undo all this stuff. There we go. If I want my width and my height to change in the same proportion, to just kind of shrink it in total, I need to click on that box, lock the aspect ratio. So that when I change this to 2, you notice that this is now 5.57. It changed it all in proportion. Now 5.57 might cause me some problems because this is a 5.5. I've got to put holes in here for axles and pins to help build the car, but we'll see. So I'm going to make that a little bit longer. I'm going to make that 6, and I'm going to make just that 6. I'm not going to change the 2. Yeah, I can't remember if we said it was going to be 2 or 2.57. There we go. Our final thing would be to title it. I think we're going to go with your teacher name and your name. And then we want to export as an SVG. And scalable vector graphic. There we go. And then get that turned into Google Classroom. Have a good day.